surprised you still call yourself a detective. Oh, to be clear, that's a compliment.
This person is most certainly Makoto, for sure. This is Makoto for absolute fucking sure. There's no doubt in my mind. Not a single doubt. It's always been Makoto driving us. He's a projection and personification of the element of my own mind that seeks to pursue the truth, but he had to do it by some other means outside of his physical corporeal self.
This guy knows about me? How?
Because he's us.
Perhaps you're trying to corner me with all these acrobatics.
Because he's us.
But in truth, this is the worst possible move you can make. You can never outsmart me.
Because he's us. There's no fucking doubt in my mind. There's not a doubt now. No doubts. Everything leads back to him. There's no way he could have known about Shinigami unless he was us.
She's not here. Hurry! Where are you?
Knowing that Gladys' personality, she would go back the way she came. Try looking for her up ahead.
Right. Let's look that way first.
Right here, Master!
Before you know it, the truth is right in front of you. Have you been enjoying my party?
So, it is you after all. Kazutaka Kodaka, it's you, isn't it? The white smoke that knocked us out of the detective agency was from that gift you gave me. What's your goal here? What are you trying to make me do?
Please continue enjoying the rest of the tour.
Damn it!
Vague and ambiguous. I like it.
How many times did I warn you to stay
Completely
away from her?
avoided the question.
You should have listened.
It's all too late now. Besides, I'm sure from the moment I got on the Amaterasu Express, I was fated to meet Makoto.
Every crucial interval, every time that Makoto Kagetsuchi has shown up, is when I've needed him to. He's always known exactly where we would be. He knows about Shinigami. He knows about my memories. He's been manipulating our actions the whole way through. It has to be him, and he has to be us. In some way or another, Makoto Kagetsuchi is without a doubt us. There's no way it's not now. Let's see where the fuck this game goes.
Master, look!
Is that the hitman who killed the chief?
He's dead too.
Is it you? Is it really you? Are you fake the slaughter artist?
Hold on, Master! He's not in any condition to talk!
I did my job.
He talked!
Just like always, the only difference. The target was a detective.
Is he talking about what happened?
What if Fink the slaughter artist was there to kill anybody who got too close to uncovering the truth?
During the hit, lot of commotion. Still, I did my job.
Did Fink have something to do with the blank week?
I knew it'd be a tough job from the start, but I couldn't refuse. Makoto Kagetsuchi introduced me.
Introduced you, so Makoto Kagetsuchi knew of you personally.
Huh?
I thought so.
Acclaimed it. No. But otherwise, I would have.
Makoto introduced Fink to Yomi. Fink's connection wasn't with Yomi, but with Makoto. Like I thought.
I was told I knew too much.
I had a feeling it might be something like that.
Master, if what he said was true,
And then he was killed.
Makoto was the one who instigated Chief to hire the hitman.
Exactly.
Does that mean he knew about Chief and Yomi's plot and took advantage of it?
Yes.
All to eliminate Yomi.
To eliminate Yomi.
Chief's life too.
Oh my fucking god.
Even being there was part of his plan.
Exactly. Master manipulator. I fucking knew it. My intuition is too damn good. It's too damn good. So that's Fink the slaughter artist. Damn. I knew everything would fall back to Makoto. Even for a plan that elaborate, it seemed far too fucking simple. It seemed far too easy. That's Fubuki for sure. Where's our Amma pad? Nowhere here. Okay, so it must be back upstairs somewhere. We can't get past them until we find it. I guess this is the boiler. Looks like it can produce a ton of heat. Maybe the heat's moving the turbines to create electricity. Got you, okay. So, question is that the Amma pad is always in relation to the Amma pal somewhere. But I don't know where the pad is for this one, if I'm being honest. It wouldn't be right next to the Amma pal, because we'd have to get back past the zombies. There it is. It's always relative to the Amma pal's location. That is most certainly Fubuki Clockford.
These ghosts belong to Fubuki.
Ah, poor thing. Yet again, another one of your friends was devoured. The biggest sin would survive the longest. Perhaps thanks to their overpowered ability.
It's Fubuki's handwriting.
Homunculus experiment report. My apologies. I do not understand what is on the computer screen, so I will copy it down, word for word.
On the computer screen. So, running back to my prior theory about the master detectives being homunculi, are these actually the real master detectives the whole time that we've come to know?
3 years ago, the Unified Government's Research Facility...
Or are they duplications?
...the first homunculus.
Unified Government's Research Facility successfully created the first homunculus. So it was said before that Makoto Kagetsuchi had special connections within the UG. I think that further elaborates on my theory and supports us being that homunculus, or him being that homunculus, and him being us being one and the same, working from both angles, which is what I thought the master of the WDO would be, number one. I thought it was going to be something like that. But maybe Kodaka accounted for that being too predictable and dug it a deep further.
Their focus was on individual differences in DNA, so they experimented with various peoples. They found success in one person's DNA.
One person.
Someone believed to have the world's greatest mind.
World's greatest mind.
But because of that greatest mind, the completed homunculus was able to reflect on its condition. As a result, it realized there was a homunculus and escaped the research facility.
What if that's Makoto? What if he escaped the UG and came and blocked himself within Kanai Ward?
Currently, that specimen is still missing.
Still missing.
So the UG's research facility successfully created a homunculus 3 years ago.
Who else arrived here 3 years ago? What took place 3 years ago? The homunculus research. Who would want the homunculus research decommissioned and discontinued? A homunculus.
And Project Homunculus occurred at the same time.
Right.
So that's why Amaterasu Corp grew impatient.
The key point is that the specimen...
That would explain Makoto's cold indifference toward the death of individuals and people, too. But he probably knows exactly the kind of anxiety that we're feeling right now. And he's doing this, and he's placing these dead bodies masterfully to manipulate us, to drive us forward, to seek this truth.
But what's this about someone having the best brain in the world?
I need to know what the fuck this goddamn blank week mystery is to be able to piece all this together. And that's why they're dangling it from a fishhook right in front of my face. My thoughts exactly, Yuma. Fubuki's investigation yielded this report about the homunculus experiments.
Yuma!
Thank fucking Christ.
Kurumi!
There's some good news.
Are you okay?
I knew she'd be okay.
I'm sorry.
I knew she'd be
I
alright.
saw someone who looked like Aiko.
Aiko?
Who cares about Aiko? You have me now.
6 months ago?
Yes. I lost you when I went looking for her. But I
Damn
got
it.
to talk to her a bit. She looked and talked differently from how I remembered. Still, I finally got to say goodbye. I think she understood.
That's nice.
That's good to hear. I got to see Chief Yako back there too.
The chief? Did you speak to him?
No.
Not much.
really. But he did hand me something that exposes the truth about this place.
And it's killer meat buns.
That sounds like something the chief would do.
Speaking of killer meat buns, I'm glad you're okay, Kurumi.
Oh, right. There was something I remembered after talking with Aiko.
What do you mean?
What did Aiko tell you?
I'm so glad Kurumi's alright.
This is going to be something that elaborates.
Just yet, Master. The fly said she remembered something.
This is going to be something that elaborates.
Let's see what she has to say.
Very curious.
What did you remember?
Aiko really hated syringes. She'd raise hell whenever the school gave out vaccines.
Hated syringes, Kay.
Where's this coming from?
I'm getting there.
And how does it pertain?
I mentioned syringes to see if it was really Aiko I was talking to. Then I suddenly remembered. A few years ago, something bizarre happened in the city.
Something bizarre. Was everybody vaccinated?
What happened?
Everyone in Kanai Ward had to take a blood test.
Had to take a blood test.
No one could refuse.
Nobody could refuse it.
Forced blood test?
Blood test.
Back then, we were told it was a test for a contagious disease. I had no reason to doubt it at the time.
So there was a forced vaccination.
But my grandpa didn't actually get tested. He said it was suspicious how peacekeepers were enforcing it.
You mean your grandpa who went missing?
And then, yeah, she said something about that. She suspected foul play in that as well.
Yeah. And you know what? Grandpa disappeared right after the blood test.
Right.
He and his friends did everything they could to make sure no one found out they avoided the test. But right after it happened, Grandpa was caught and completely vanished. The same happened to anyone who didn't take the test.
Hold on, Kurumi. By it, do you mean the blank week mystery?
Huh? Yeah, I do.
Right after it happened. What is it? A few years ago, a blood test was conducted on all Kanai Ward residents.
All I've heard is that the blank week mystery is a taboo within Kanai Ward. Can you tell me about it? What exactly is the blank week?
I can't tell you anything.
Fuck!
No matter who you ask, you'll get the same answer. That's because no one remembers it.
No one remembers it.
What do you mean? You
That
don't
explains a
remember?
lot. That's why it's a taboo.
I woke up one day and the entire city was ruined. It was like a tornado had swept through. Not only the outdoors destroyed, but the inside of our homes too.
Erasing all evidence of any lives that people had lived before. Okay.
Something terrible must have happened.
Now we're fucking getting somewhere.
None of the residents remember a thing.
Now we're fucking getting somewhere.
How could that be possible?
Holy fuck, this game.
In fact, my home was torn to
Holy
pieces
shit.
too. But I don't remember anything that happened back then. But that's not all. Within that time, the date in Kanai Ward had moved forward by a week.
A whole week passed while you were asleep?
Wow.
I think so. But we never quite found out what really happened. When we woke up, everyone in Kanai Ward barely even noticed that it had been completely ravaged. Businesses with dealings outside the city were aware they had a week of no activity. But right afterwards, Kanai Ward was completely isolated. So
Nobody
no one could
remembers the blank week.
In the end, it was all forgotten while things were still uncertain.
Exactly, it was just covered up and people forgot about it as time went on.
No, I think it's more accurate to say we chose to forget. It was all too bizarre.
Wow, what a fucking conundrum, dude.
It kind of became a touchy subject, and no one wanted to talk about it.
I mean, that's understandable.
So
That's totally understandable.
Taboo.
Yeah, it became a taboo because nobody wanted to talk about it. Conversations at length about something that everybody collectively doesn't remember would bring people a lot of unease and anxiety.
There were lots of different rumors about it.
It's easier to just forget about and move
No one
on.
knows what really happened.
This is fucking crazy, dude.
Some people said that Kanai Ward's clocks had all malfunctioned. Some said we were all drugged by some organization. Others think our internal clocks got messed up and we
Left
all
to
fell asleep for a
theorize.
week. But we don't know the truth. What do you think happened? It's like time froze for the whole city.
So what if our grand mystery is to discover what this blank week mystery is and what occurred over the time or course of time that it had come into play? And what does this have to do with the kidnapping?
All we know is that my grandfather and others like him.
What if the kidnapping is what took place during the blank week?
Kanai Ward's unending reign also began right after those events.
The unending reign.
Huh? The blank week mystery triggered it?
This is so mystical.
The blank week mystery is what triggered the reign, the unending reign in Kanai Ward.
All I know.
I see. Thank you.
I was thinking all the chemicals produced from this factory may cause it to endlessly rain, possibly.
Even I don't know what's going on here.
But I don't know. Something tells me it's more elaborate than
All
that.
that info sure seems useful. She should have told us about that sooner.
You can't blame her.
This is getting fucking crazy.
By the way, Yuma, did you search the whole factory? What was the truth that voice was talking about?
I still don't
That leads
know.
me to wonder who we're going to enter the mystery labyrinth with. Are we going to do it with Kurumi, or is it just going to be us? Because Kurumi doesn't have a forte, so Shinigami's ability wouldn't work with her, I don't think.
But I haven't checked everything.
Is what I meant to
I
say.
don't know what's behind that door.
We've already come this far. We might as well check everything.
Wait! Don't go alone! It's too dangerous!
Shinigami has her ability, but if Kurumi doesn't have a forte, then she can't see Shinigami as well. Just by holding our hand.
She sure loves to act before she thinks.
Coalescence, I don't imagine, would work with somebody without one. Kanai Ward's unending reign started after the blank week mystery. A few years ago, a blood test was administered and conducted on all Kanai Ward residents. Sorry, Fubuki, my dear. I really hope you're not dead.
What's wrong?
You were way too pretty to die, not by zombies.
Well, I think I heard some strange noises inside.
I also hear something.
What if this is the master detectives locking themselves in this room to avoid the zombies for safety?
Kurumi, it might be dangerous up ahead. I'll go first.
What if that's possible?
But
Lead this to a detective. I'll be right back once I've confirmed it's safe. Then we can check it out together. Please don't disappear on me again. You had me worried back there.
Yeah, you're the only waifu I have left, besides Martina, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to look up her number, so...
Okay. But... please be careful.
Throughout all this bullshit, I'm at least getting with Kurumi by the end. Why the cutscene? Why the fucking cutscene? Why the cutscene? Why the cutscene? Why the cutscene? Why? 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 The body disposal machine.
Hey, is that a corpse? A human corpse?
The body disposal.
It's on the conveyor belt!
Those meat buns.
I forgot.
No way. You're kidding! Oh, this is horrible. Why make such a thing?
Master, there's something else over there. We should check everything first.
Oh my god. The meat buns are produced with the meat from corpses?
I want to think about what's up ahead.
A morgue, a mortuary. A giant mortuary.
What is this?
This is a fridge, isn't it? I know, but it looks kind of cold. So many refrigerated bodies. Whoever did this must be a total psycho.
So it was said before that the Amaterasu Peacekeepers, a select sect of them, transfers the bodies over here, but they're not involved with anything that occurs after. This is probably why. Holy shit.
These aren't fake.
Oh my god.
Corpses.
Master, look! There's something in his pocket!
This is fucking crazy.
It looks like a note, but the handwriting's hard to read.
Handwriting is hard to read.
Maybe someone was stretching like this before he died.
Where am I? Where am I being taken to? Everyone here's a dangerous criminal that deserves the death sentence. That ruthless killer, that vile kidnapper. Everyone's crying as they pray to God. Will we be serving our sentences here together, with no trial? Shit. If only we'd never been caught by the WDO. They locked us up in here like animals. Those bastards. We were brought here by the WDO's #1. He's called the world's greatest mind, isn't he? Why would the top detective do this? What is he thinking? How could this be allowed? Damn it, what will happen to us?
The mill cuts off here.
What? The WDO did this?
It's gotta be both, right?
I fucking knew it. I knew it. That's just like Kodaka to be deflective as fuck and put the answer right in front of your goddamn face.
Why would someone write down a lie in their final moments?
That's so like him.
It's true. I don't know what to believe anymore.
There is no right side.
Well, if these guys are all dangerous
I knew the
criminals,
WDO wasn't entirely trustworthy. I fucking knew it.
it's not something you should worry about, Master.
That's why I was suspicious of #1 the whole time.
Criminals doesn't mean they should be slaughtered like this. It's not right.
And the headquarters was bombed to cover it up! Holy shit.
It's not over yet. The mystery you need to solve awaits outside the factory.
Oh no.
To expose all truths. Don't
Jesus fuck.
Then press on, detective. Hurry, before you can't trust anything anymore. So that you can keep trusting in yourself. Come on. Solve
Makoto is a villain, but he's not entirely a villain. This is naughty. This is so fucking good. A memo found in the pocket of a corpse in the factory refrigerator. It appears to be a criminal captured by the World Detective Organization. So criminals are brought here to this corpse processing facility to become residents of Kanai. And to make the meat buns. But what is the purpose of making the meat buns? What the fuck are they for? To keep people here? Don't force yourself to look, Master. Why don't we stop? What if the forced blood test was conducted to make sure that all the residents are homunculi, and to weed out anybody that would be capable of finding out the truth? Oh my fucking Christ. This is fucking bonkers, dude.
What's wrong? What was in there?
May have digested the rotting flesh of a corpse or two. Don't worry about it.
No, there's nothing. Nothing at all.
Oh. Too bad. What is it? You look pale.
No, I'm fine.
It's best if Kurumi doesn't learn about the meat buns yet. She's been eating those things for so long.
Well, don't you think it'd be best to tell her now before she ingests more? Makoto said that the truth waited outside. Let's go.
The truth is waiting ahead. Are you ready, Kurumi?
Yes, of course.
Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction.
Huh?